Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center, and welcome to the world of magic and miracles and the industry of magic and miracles. We're coming to you today from the inner reaches of the universe because we've come inside due to just the weather being a little uncomfortable. And to our friends in the Midwest, Lori, or the East, Azab, we know you've been dealing with some uncomfortable weather. So we blow the warm winds of change your way. For change is most certainly coming and happening, and your weather will change in the blink of an eye. And we get to be inside today, and you get to see this beautiful background, and the sunflowers are popping out as if we're outside, and the tulips. And it's always a pleasure and an honor to be here and speak to you and hear from you. It's an honor that can't be described in words, and an opportunity to share and to do what was decided that the Advancement Center would do, which is remind you to remind yourself of who you truly are. That being a being of infinite power, majesty, wisdom, magnificence, pushing all limits into this new world that we live in now, that's here, bringing forth all that you are. To help remember who we truly are. And that's why it's such an honor before you, because I know who you are. And it's not a small thing to be allowed to speak before other magnificent beings and to have them feel me as I feel them, as I feel you. So we continue to transmit, each of us in our own unique way, with our own unique gifts, and the gentleness and the beauty and the caring for everything and everyone, knowing that the most difficult part is overcoming the limitations and the beliefs that we took on, and that the biggest challenge is always inside you. Nothing outside of you has any power. Any reaction is what's within you. And that is being removed. That is being replaced with the love that surpasses all understanding, with a caring that surpasses all understanding. And these are the characteristics that you have brought from your origin. They are really natural to you. And that's when you have a reaction, you're quickly brought back to who you really are. And everything just moves forward again. Because all of us have walked through this earthly realm for however many years we've been on the planet. And we've been offered paths. We've been dealt with difficultly. And we always are drawn back and connected to our origin, to that feeling of harmony and caring for everyone. And it's so beautiful because it's not something we have to try to do. We can't help it. And that beauty and that energy that you have held on to is what's made you a leader in the new world. And it's allowing you to hold the door open for others to walk through. You hold the door open for others to walk through. Because your vision is like something that was put inside you from everywhere and nowhere. And it just rises to the surface amongst everything that's happening in this physical world, be it your body, be it your relationship, anything, it rises to the surface and it continually sets you on the path that you came here to walk. And you know it's true because you feel it. When that feeling comes, you know, this is why I'm here. I came to hold the door open for others because I know the way to my origin, a place where there's perfect life, perfect health, and magic, pure magic. And you will continue to hold the door open even as you have to push past things within yourself because that's why you came. And it's amazing because things are becoming more and more transparent because of the energies that are here, because of your expansion. It's as if you're feeling things happen before they even happen, or you're communicating with someone and you know what they're about to say, or as they're talking, you you get the transmission in a different way. It's like the communication system is working faster, quicker, more powerfully. And it's not necessarily that we'll understand it, but that's what's happening. It's really, there's been an upgrade in the speed. We have a higher and faster modem. And even as I'm speaking to you now, you're getting so much more than the words. You're being taken somewhere. And maybe one word will trigger the start of that journey. And until you come back to my voice or to my language, I could be speaking French because you're hearing my music. You're hearing a transmission that's so far beyond the words. And it's not able to be explained. And then in a moment, you'll be back to where you're understanding my words. And that's what we're all doing when we're in the middle of a conversation, on the phone, in the grocery store. That transmission is happening at that level. And it's incredible. And there's never a need to force yourself to remember anything or to think, what was that person said? I need to know that. That was important. It's moved through your system so quickly that you don't even recognize it. That's how fast we're communicating. And 3 days a week, we speak to you from the Advancement Center. And Barbara on Sunday is transmitting her song beyond the words. And Genya on Friday is transmitting her song beyond the words. But the melody has a commonality. The melody is we're helping you remember to remember who you are. That melody rides on every transmission for each of us who are holding the door open, with hands open, with arms outreached. That is the melody. Remember who you are. You're not limited by anything, and certainly not anything in this physical plane. You're beyond all limitations. And we speak to you in this environment, and mostly we're speaking to you from the elevated platform. We're speaking to you from our ship. We're speaking to you from our origin. It's as if there's a microphone on my ship and I'm broadcasting, and it's being beamed down through me to you. And it doesn't matter if there's just one person listening, because we know the transmission is going throughout all the universes. And how do we know that? We know it because we say it. That's how powerful we are. So everything you say in that awareness is transmitted to the outer reaches of the universe. And it transforms the world. So I always am thankful to sit here. And I'm always honored to share the seat with Barbara and Genya. And I am also always honored to share with you your brilliance. For anyone who ever sees this broadcast, for those of you who are on it now, you are sitting here with me. There is no distance between us. And when we smile at each other, the world is never the same. For the beauty that we all see from our elevated platform is indescribable. And it exists always if you allow it in your world. There's rainbows, there's trees, there are plants, There are animals. There's architecture. The beauty is beyond everything. And we all have experienced it. We all know that only our limited awareness keeps us from living there always. I'm just watching you hold the door open. It's quite a beautiful sight. It's so perfect because it doesn't require any words to hold the door open for someone. It's a gift of honor for the door holder and the one who walks through. And I see you holding the door. This is called In My World. In my world, I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright, blessed day, the dark, sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies crying. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What do you see in your world? If it's fear and judgment, separation, hate, and anger, then I invite you to take a small step to the left or to the right and enter a world that is calling you home. It's not as though that world doesn't exist. It's that it exists because you see it. It's like when you go without eating for 6 hours. Food did not exist in your world. But as soon as you realize you are hungry, food becomes a part of your world. Can you imagine if the whole world was having the feeling of going without food at the exact same time? The production of food would no longer be supported. This is just a picture of how your world of perfection and harmony can be affected by giving your attention to the things outside of perfection and harmony. But it's also a picture of how we will shift to this beautiful world. And as we do, the other world won't be able to exist. because it would no longer be supported. This beautiful world exists inside of you because you brought it here from your origin. And when it becomes your world every day, and it most certainly will, you will think to yourself, what a wonderful world. And finally, this is from the deck of your ship. From the deck of your ship, you look out at the beauty called Earth. From the command center, you watch the creation of matter and its magical birth. At speeds of light, you fly to places outside the norm, but always drawn to this blue marble where you exist in human form. Fly, fly, fly. You do so inspire. Fly, fly, fly. Of this you never tire. It's a spectacular view. We've come to remind you. Feel yourself in the cockpit of your magical galactic spaceship. Look around at all the beauty. Look down on yourself and smile. Feel your true magnificence. You've been watching yourself for a while. Your ship is always equipped with the latest technology created from your brilliance. One day soon, we all will see how bright you are shining, how magnificent you are, how you watched from above, how you were never too far. For you are beginningless and endless, an energy that cannot be defined. Feel yourself beyond this self, and you'll walk right out of time. Go join yourself on your ship. There's a seat waiting for you. See the world from its elevated platform, and all your worries will disappear from view. Always with you I stand on the deck of our ship, reminding you of your majesty and your eternal blueprint. We bow our head in honor for the job that you have done. It's time we move this planet back to the central sun. So once again, thank you for being here. I only leave you with my picture of you standing, holding the door open. As I watch many walk through to then hold the door open for someone else. I am honored. Enjoy yourself as yourself. See yourself on your ship. Join yourself. And celebrate the newness of everything. I wish you a perfect life, perfect health, and a fantastically magical future. Thank you.